Hello, welcome in. Welcome to Scotland. My name is Karen. This is Lost Souls Tarot, or that's what I'm going to call myself at the moment. I was thinking of calling myself Eye of the Storm Tarot, but then when I looked for the handle on YouTube, somebody had already taken it, so I went back to Lost Souls Tarot. I had a little bit of a fire here. My Palo Santo reignited, and it's getting a bit smoky in here. It's very atmospheric. I don't normally burn so much. I can't see anything, it's so smoky. Uh, anyway, my name's Karen, and I'm in Scotland, and I recently went through a really dark night of the soul, and I've come through the other side. And during that time, one of the things that I kind of fell back on was tarot readings. And when I was younger, my third eye was very open, and then around about the ages of 18, 19, it got clogged up, and now it's kind of reopened again. And now that I'm feeling better and I'm 99% of the way through what I experienced last year, I just want to give something back. And I have 0 followers, 0 likes. I have no idea if anybody's ever even going to watch one of my videos. So, but here I am, and I did plan to start on the 1st of January, but it took me a little while to set up my little studio here. There's a microphone up here and a camera over there, and it took me a while to like get it so that the sound was decent. So this seems to have died down a little bit now as well. So there we go. It's shedding ash everywhere. Right, so let's get started. I got 9 different homemade decks, and I don't keep my tarot decks here. I've got lots of shelves up here. So I'll pull out different ones for different readings. This is a homemade one called the Silver Gold Sparkly deck, and it's a fun deck, but actually I found it's really good for kind of, it's basically Harry Potter themed. So it's got I've drawn little spectacles on it there for Harry Potter glasses on it, and it has potions and spells in it, and it's actually particularly good for that came out in reverse. I'll tell you what they are in a minute. I'll do all three. It's particularly good for kind of telling you what kind of spell work you're looking to protect yourself against, or what maybe you've been fighting against recently. Okay. Oops, that's 2. I'm not going to take it if it's 2. Okay, let's keep going. Just some box there. Yeah, 1 box. Okay. I'll take 3 and then we'll talk about them. No, I'm not going to that one. I'm not used to this as well, so I've got a laptop down here with my face on it. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm not used to watching myself. I might just like move the laptop screen down so that I look at the camera more. I will get smoother and slicker, I promise. I will be dedicated. Right, okay. So we have 3 cards here. The first one we got was Amor. Gosh, you can't see that. Amortentia, which is the love potion, but it was in reverse. No, I don't really agree with love potions anyway, because they are they're basically they're not genuine love. But that was in reverse. So it might be that someone was playing games to. So I've got Sectum Sempra, which is the severing spell or cutting spell. Cutting, gosh, sounds so Scottish when I said that. It's cutting spell. So it might have been somebody was playing games to cut you down to size, or to try and put you in your place. A memory potion. So somebody might have been playing games with you to kind of cut you down to size and confuse you, or make your I'm thinking of narcissistic gaslighting here, or just gaslighting. That somebody maybe was playing games to control you, cut you down, and kind of make you think not necessarily you were at fault, but when somebody repeatedly over and over again does something that's really damaging for you, it can, really affect your kind of mental health or your memory, or you can almost get into a state of Stockholm syndrome with somebody as well, where, you can only see the good, and the little bits of good outweigh the bad. And you kind of almost like forget the bad. So I'm retention reverse, Stockholm syndrome, memory potion. Okay, so that's set up the kind of theme for the read. I didn't left out any big oracle cards. That's okay. Right, so I'm going to use another deck now. This is my staple. This is, and I forget what this deck is called. It's called the Moon, the Star, the Empress, and the High Priestess deck. And I usually use this just to give a steer, or, like, try and give you some synchronicities as to potentially who or what this reading's about. Okay, there we've got North Node coming out. So someone in the North Node. I suspect it's not this person playing games, because I would expect somebody in the North Node to be authentic and, not play games. So this might be you. And we've got someone who's avoidant or commitment issues. So we've got a person in the North Node, and we've got someone who's got a more avoidant and commitment issues. So if anybody's ever dealt with an avoidant, and we've got the month of June coming out. That could be this June coming up, or it could be June gone past. You can't see it, but it's really, really smoky in here. It's quite atmospheric. I barely see the window. It's quite funny. I'm also on the autism spectrum, and I'm quite hand flappy, and I'm not going to mask at all. So if you don't like my little quirks and my constant non-smoothness, then this isn't for you. Right, hang on, that's too many. But if you're my first viewer and you've come in and you've got this far, let's keep going. I applaud your tenacity. Right, so I've also got a deck up there. The first deck I ever made, my homemade deck, was called the Ouija deck. And it's got some interesting Scottish swear words in it. So if you're Scottish, we could have a laugh at that at some point. So we've got your third eye. So I think your intuition told you that there was something off about this person, or you could maybe see what they were doing, and that when people play scarcity tactics, or stupid games, in my book, win stupid prizes. So that's first thing. I've got winter coming out, but I'm not going to take it. But we're in winter just now until the 21st of January. No, not January. The other month, March. There we go. Got the number 4 coming out. So it could be April, or the 4th house, which is Gemini. The letter U coming out. I'm just going to check what the 4th house is. I can't remember. No, it's Cancer. Oh, I thought Taurus was too. I'm a Taurus dragon, with a Virgo in the moon rising. So I'm very, very earthy. Very, very earthy. A lot of earth. And but like an ox or a bull. if you get me going, the fire dragon comes out. I've got throat chakra. You can't quite see that, but that's as I speak. So for you, third eye for you, throat chakra, third eye for you. Okay, I think you spoke up about this. The thing is, when somebody's cutting you down to size, I mean, there's two motives. It's malicious or kind of like a defense mechanism. Either way, it's damaging for you. Got the 1990s coming out. It could be someone who's born in the 1990s. This could be something you've known since the 1990s. This could be something that happened in the 1990s, but maybe this person's recently come back into your life. Ooh, yeah. So I've got something for you, E, for you, E. Maybe Edinburgh. Name beginning with E. Emma I've got coming out there. Emily. Divine Masculine. This is recording, isn't it? I'm having a moment. Did I hit record? Is this recording? It is. Sorry. So guys, I'm so smooth. And they've got the 1950s. So people born in the 1950s, my parents were born in the 1950s. I'm going to be 50 this year. So maybe about 70. Between 66 and 76. We're divine masculine. So we've got just going to do 2 rows of that. Okay. So just to recap, we had the North Node and an avoidant. The month of June, somebody's third eye or their intuition was switched on. We've got 4U, the number 4 in you, but I think it's coming out as 4U. Throat chakra, 1990s, E, divine masculine in the 1950s. Right. Let's start with what's the news. What's the news? Oh god, a bit of ash just there. Right. What's the news? Oh, I've got it. It's too many. I grew up playing cards at my granny's house all throughout my childhood, and making cards flip out is like against my nature. I can't flip out. It's like everything in my body says, no, don't do it. That's too many, I'm not going to take them. It was reading, oh, I need a spectacle, sorry guys, getting old. It was reading up, doing the research, learning more, gaining insight, and karmic third-party relationship lesson. Okay. I didn't get a third-party vibe from this, but maybe that's why somebody's avoiding, because they're not actually avoidant, they're just a chain scumbag. King, oh, that's an interesting card to come out first. Got kinky ways, fantasies and fetishes, schmictually open and looking to explore. Okay. Well, that kind of might, maybe they're in an open, okay. I'm not gonna, let me just give me a minute. I'm usually confirmed anyway, but they've got, oh, we've got the blues, scared, heavy emotions, and mental distress. That's a very dark card. These are both very dark cards. Again, I feel that this is one person and the other person. And I'm not saying that if this person was kinky and they want to sexually explore, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think this person was playing games and it really, really got you heavy in your emotions, like really heavy in your emotions. Because when people play mind games on you, like you don't notice your mental health deteriorating. And it's only once it's deteriorating, you're like, how did it get here? TikTok. Deadline, procrastination, too busy. This person, I think, treated you like an option. Didn't text back. Getting a bit of a if they're avoidant, yeah. Too busy. Repo. Oh, somebody's having financial difficulties. Default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. Okay, so maybe this person had other things going on in their life at this time that maybe you weren't aware of. I mean, you could have a family and 4 children for all you know. There's 2 there. Look at somebody who's numbing and laughter. Oh, I never rang my bell. I've got a wee Tibetan bell here. You can't see it. Thank you. If you do it just right, you can get it dinging. Didn't do it very well. There we go. I will get better at projecting my voice as well. I'm a bit of a mumbler, I'm afraid. And I'll really try not to because I'm aware I'm Scottish. So if you're not Scottish, I do apologise. I'll probably make it very hard for you to understand me. Right, I've got lift off, fast action, progression forward, the wait is over. So that's interesting with TikTok here, then with repo, and then we've got some fast action. It's a rocket. Interesting. Okay, I'll get another card. I'm not sure what this lift off is. Supersize me. Oh, doing too much excessive overindulgence. I'm getting the feeling that this person did too much. Like, in the beginnings of things, like, people, you know, it's hard to find a rhythm, but yeah, fake friends, two-faced, had an intention. There we go. This person was not your friend. They wanted to use you. Probably for sex. I'm not going to read on the lift-off card. I'm not sure what that one's about. Let's see. I don't feel like it's a lift off together. It feels more like an argument. But kind of doesn't really fit with the card, but there is a rocket. I just get the feeling that, oh, that's in the reverse. We're going to do this one. Oh. So, the kinky ways, we've got spouse or partner in reverse. So it's in the upright, that's in reverse. So they wanted to try out their fantasies and fetishes and be sexually open with not their partner. Okay? This is very specific. And you probably find out the other partner. Mountains. Getting a bit of a 10 of Wands feeling from this, like you just felt like this was a mountain to climb, or, you know, not. We've got social media coming out here. It's a bit grotty as well. This person might have been stalking your social media, or maybe you were stalking them, maybe to find out if they had a partner, because people can hide it really easily. They can be very selective about what they tell you. That's going under deadline, too busy. Or maybe because they were fishing for other people on social media. Fire. I was getting the fire, kind of, could be a fire sign. It's coming under the repo. Default on payments, financially incapable to repossess assets. Let's put a rocket up somebody's arse. Because I've got the lift off here, which felt more like an explosive, but I don't think it's not like, I'm just not quite getting the read on that card. It's strange. Assassination. I don't think this is an actual assassination, but I think it might be a character assassination. It's another very dark card. There's something I'm missing here. There's something I'm not seeing. Hang on. It's just right there at the edge of my... It's too many. It's too many. Ah. Landfill. I think you dumped this person. I think you took him out with them out with the trash, or somebody killed somebody and tucked them in a dump. But I don't think it's that sinister. I'm not getting that kind of vibe from the cards. I've got organised crime, fake friends, two-faced, hidden intention. This person planned this. They planned to. They had no intention of anything but using you. Let's see if we can find out what the hidden intentions actually were. Let's do a looking for cards and then we'll do the tarot. Let's see if I can find out who that is. Right, can you tell me about kinky ways and not with their spouse or partner, please? Wealthy man. So this is a man. And I think this is a person who's avoidant or got commitment issues, probably because they're with someone else. Great fortune. So this come under the blues and mountains. So you're abundant. Great fortune doesn't mean you're super, super wealthy. I always take that as like, it just means you're abundant. So you're not struggling. You know, you're content. You've got everything you want. Maybe not a person, but you know, we can all be content without that. So I've got deadline, procrastination, too busy, and I've got thief. Does this person try to steal your identity? Is that what the plan is and the hidden intentions? Did they maybe try to get some pictures? Ah, maybe that's the kinky ways. Got an official person, which is coming under repo. I'm getting a real angry energy from this fire. Could be a fire sign, which is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Official person, 22. So an official person repossessing their assets, or and you were innocent. This person tried to assassinate your character. And I think this liftoff is you rocketed it out of there. I don't think you wrote, because it says progression forward and the wait is over, but I think you just went, no, I'm not hanging around for whatever weirdness is going on here. But I think you were innocent. But this person tried to assassinate your character, or maybe there was a child involved. Take that one how it resonates. And I don't get the feeling. I feel that this is just, well, maybe he has that this wealthy man has a child, and then we've got a privileged lady. So yep, you took this person out to trash because they did too much. You took out the trash. So this frenemy, organised crime. I think it's the same person. I think it's this wealthy man, but let's have a look. Oh, that's two. Went to coffin and thoughts. Yeah, it's over, that's for sure. One more, please. Just one. Change. Yep, and there's a wee card on that. You went on your way. And I think you really dodged a bullet here, whatever it was. Okay, so let's get the tarot out. So this one, oops. This one is the Black Violet Tarot. I love this deck. It's just black and white imagery and it's fantastic. Okay. Unfortunately, sometimes when you buy tarot cards, the decks arrive bowed. It's quite annoying. Okay. Right, tell me about this kinky man who doesn't want to do things with his spouse or partner. Unless he doesn't have a spouse or partner, but I think he doesn't want to do it with his partner. I think he's with someone else. Right, we've got the Fool. Maybe he doesn't have a partner. And maybe he is just avoidant, or he's got commitment issues. He just wants to play around and be open. He's looking for a new beginning or new beginnings. I get the feeling he's looking for lots of new beginnings. 8 of Wands, under the blues. That's a lot of energy. That's like shots fired, or it's almost like this person has targeted you. I'm using the word targeted. These look like arrows. Fire energy. Page of Swords. So this person was too busy. And they're all over your social media, maybe. I get the feeling that they might have taken some pictures. either from your social media or your phone, or maybe you sent them some pictures. And I think you're seeing the truth about this. Always be careful sharing pictures with people, especially people you don't know particularly well. Justice, coming right under the official person and repo. Libra energy. What's interesting is she's got the sword held aloft in this one, and the sword held aloft in this one as well. I think you saw what was happening. You weren't happy about it, and I think this person's going to lose their head and end up in the landfill, not literally. Take out the human trash. Coven. Okay, so this is a unique card to this deck. It's like the Three of Cups, but it's more like sisterhood, or you know, if you're masculine, brotherhood. But it's kind of like, I mean, I'm not saying you're getting around a cauldron and whipping up a Mortentia spell, but potion. But it's about relying on your friends, and which is when you've gone through something difficult with somebody, you know, and you walk away, which is what I think this liftoff is, because this person was assassinating your character even though you were innocent. You rely on your friends, and I think you relied on your friends heavily in this situation, who know your character and know you're a good person. I'm not sure what they were trying to assassinate about your character though. It's not clear from this. I mean, they were trying to cut you down. I mean, does it really matter if somebody's trying to cut you down? They're just not a nice person. Got Six of Pentacles here, which is about equal give and take, generosity. You're a privileged lady, and I think you were very generous to this person, but they did too much. They just did too much, and you took them out. And then we've got the Star. I'm not going to show you this one because there's some slight pencil drawing nudity on this one, but we've got Aquarius energy there. This person wanted to change you. I thought this was you moving on, but I think this person wanted to change you, bend you to their will by playing games. And I think that was kind of like their wish fulfillment, because I got a really horrible energy from that Star. Like, I think this person had a fantasy, funnily enough, the first card that was out, and they wanted to bend you to their will so they could get their wish fulfillment and what they wanted, assume in the bedroom. But if that's not your cup of tea, that's not your cup of tea. So, Page of Wands, got 2 pages, Page of Swords, Page of Wands on top of the Fool. Okay, so could be a message. I mean, yeah, 2 of Wands, Page to the 2 on top of the 8. That's the 10 of Wands between them. This is a message about a decision. She's got the world in her hands and a wand in the other. She's made her decision. And this is this person, this is you. And you know, you had a really hard time. You felt this was a huge yeah. Yeah, when I said the mountain came out, I said I get 10 of Wands feel from it, and they've got the 8 and the 2 there. Because you're very abundant. I think you're this privileged lady. And you made a decision. You maybe, and the TikTok card is next, you maybe gave this person a certain amount of time to get their act together. But in reality, they were never going to get their act together because they were just using you, and that was never their intention. But it does sometimes take you a while to figure out that somebody doesn't have the same intentions as you. The 2 to the 3 of Wands, we're going to get the 3 of Wands. She's giving me a bit of it reminds me a little bit of the Fool. She's standing on kind of like a cliff edge there. And there's boats out to sea, although in this Fool you can't see the sea. So that's interesting. That's like expansion. So She's made the decision. She's planning with the world in her hands. And this is her setting forth in her journey. She's going off on an adventure. I'm not getting much of this person's energy in this reading, apart from that star right at the end. Maybe they see you as the star. But it's just a fantasy. Whatever they see, it's distorted. It's a fantasy. I'm going to take both of these because we've gone from the 2 to the 3 to the 4 of Wands. That is just growth to stability, harmony, happiness. And that's your justice. Which is strange because I think this person is extremely unstable. They've got fire and they've got their house being repossessed. I'm really just, this is your energy. I've got more of that other person in these cards. This is you. So you've gone from the 2 to the 3 to the 4, which is just fantastic expansion. You've got stability, growth. Whether you've got a family or not, you know, you're just, it's just you're the complete opposite to this person. They're unstable. They're procrastinating. They're too busy. And you're like, yeah, 2, 3, 4 of Wands, I'm solid. And they've got the Queen of Cups on top of the Coven card. You are just balanced, nurturing, caring, innocent, because there's that child there. And this person's just trying to assassinate your character. And you're just like, nope. I'm not dealing with that. I'm sure it was far more horrific than that, than a nope. But, okay, and I've got the 2 of Cups. I love this card. The 2 girls are kind of like, I don't know if you can see it, they're kind of standing, there's a little river between them, and they're kind of like clinking their glasses together. It's kind of giving me, especially with the Coven coming out as well, the Coven card coming out there, which is, you know, unique to this deck. I get the feeling that you're just chilling. With your friends, or maybe you do have a new partnership coming in. I'm not getting a romantic feeling from it. It's more like just friendships, kind of real strong friendships here vibe, especially with the equal give and take. I think you're seeking out partnerships with equal give and take, because the 2 of Cups is on top of the 6 of Pentacles, which is, you know, about equal give and take, generosity, reciprocity, and all that. Star card. Maybe you are the star, but I think you're also this person's wish fulfillment, but I don't think you fulfilled their wish. I don't think you got that far. I've got the Hierophant energy coming out. Just Taurus energy. Not had many major arcana. We could, no, actually, we could 4 major arcana come out. So the Hierophant's on top of the star. Now, the Hierophant doesn't really, it's not particularly intuitive, but they do have a lot of wisdom. So I think you gained a lot of insight from this, or you might have seen this person for exactly who they were, what they were doing, what the games they were playing, and maybe just raised an eyebrow and thought, you know, gave them a period of time to get their act together, and they didn't. In fact, it looks like their life just turned into chaos. Like, you know, their life is literally burning down. Oh, I get such bad vibes up that end of the reading. 7 of Wands. Yeah, you defended yourself. I mean, look at her. She's standing there with one wand held. I'm not sure if you can see how well you can see them. Hang on, here's the camera. I'll get used to holding the cards up. She's holding one wand aloft, and then there's 6 on the ground. So 6 wands is victory. And then she's completely mirrored in the card of brother, which is the Page of Wands. They're both just standing with one wand aloft. That's like, and you know, the Ace of Wands is like a creative spark. You know, it's a new idea. It's, oh, I think that's upside down. Yeah. But you were defending yourself. You defended yourself against this person. You saw what they were up to. Oh, there we go. Let's set that one. 2 Pentacles. on top of the Two of Wands. Yeah. You made the decision to find your balance. You made a choice. And you chose balance because this person was juggling you. You've got the 2 on the 2. It's too many. Knight of Wands. What's that? There's a card in reverse there. King of Swords. Let's take that. King of Swords could be quite cold, but they're right. She's this one again. She's holding one sword aloft, which is mirroring the Page of Swords and Justice with that sword of truth held aloft, and then she's got like butterflies, and she's standing under the moon. I think you can't bullshit the King of Swords. Did I say like that head would roll? I don't think you take any prisoners. Okay, with the Six of Swords come out kind of on its side. I'm going to take it upright because it's on top of the Four of Wands. So you found your stability by moving on to calmer waters, and that's your justice because you've got justice in this line right here. So Coven, we've got the Queen of Cups, and then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is about investing in something, and I think because this is on the Queen of Cups and on the Coven, I think you're investing in your friends and in yourself and in nurturing yourself and loving yourself because that's on the Queen of Cups. And if you invest in yourself, you will see that abundance. And these 4 cards at the end are just beautiful. Please don't a horrible card come out. Please don't a horrible card come out. This is actually really nice. This is such a nice vibe part. This is like their energy, which is horrible, and then just your energy, which is lovely. Oops. Okay, well, we've got 3 of Swords coming out. So it's not always necessarily heartbreak, but I think there was some heartbreak here. I think this person really hurt your feelings. Because you want equal give and take. You want, this union. But it takes a lot to walk away from someone and choose yourself. It really does. And I think it broke your heart in there. Right at the end of the 8 of Cups, you walked away. Although she got in her canoe and paddled away, which is mirroring the 6 of Swords. Except she's moving a bit faster in this one. This one that's kind of just drifting downstream. This one she's like paddling away rapidly. Okay. I mean, that's kind of the vibe I got up here, that you definitely walked away, although there wasn't really a card apart from this change card with a car in it that really gave me a sense that you walked away, but I was pretty certain you did. Okay, just do you want to just give me 3 cards just to close out, just to give me a bit of something. 3 of Pentacles, working together. That looks like you're with your friends there, though. 5 of Cups. I think you're still a bit sad about this, but you'll heal from it. You've got the 2 Cups behind you. 10 of Swords. I don't think this is your energy. No, I don't think this is your energy. I think this is the other person's energy. I mean, I think you're heartbroken. And you can take this one how it resonates. I think this might be... Oh. Maybe it was a third party situation. I think this could be either. I think for some of you it could be the person didn't have a partner. I think the one is they didn't have a partner, they did, but they didn't want to do things with a partner. And I think and if this person was open and they were single, they were possibly out with lots of people doing stuff. And I don't think you want to be in a 3 of Pentacles situation. So with sadness and ultimate betrayal. Oh, this is a really hurtful situation. I think you didn't know. straight away. Because the heartbreak comes right at the end and you walk away right at the end. But I think it took a long time for you to get to this. And to walk away was what caused the heartbreak. It's heartbreaking to walk away from someone you love and you've got really deep feelings for. It really is. When you know that they're just not going to serve your higher good. Yeah. Page of Pentacles of Strength coming out for the last 2 cards. That's all I'm going to take in that. So we've got Leo energy and the Page of Pentacles. It took a lot of strength for you to walk away. I think you really, this person had a bit of a hold on you, especially if they were playing games. Just going back to this Amor Tension reverse and Sectum Centra, and them trying to addle your mind. Maybe trick you into, oh, I was just looking for something casual. Or 4 months in, you didn't tell me that? No. That didn't happen to me, no. I forgot to ask about a specific card here. So this is the Love Oracle deck. I'm just going to give it a clarification. Tell me about this wealthy man. Tell me a bit more about this wealthy man who either doesn't have a partner or doesn't want to do things with his partner. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Yeah, I think there's an epiphany about this person. So tell me about this epiphany. Oh, karmic relationship. That was in the reverse. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. Absolutely. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. I think that's what you want. That person wasn't giving it. Right, tell me about this privileged lady, because I think this is you. Or tell me about what you experienced. Oh, there was a stabbed in the back. There was some of these cards that are the wrong way around. One's upside down. That's okay. Stabbed in the back. Oh, there's a number. I'm not going to take them if there's a number. In reverse, I must have just put them back. The wrong way around. They didn't flip. Okay, let's keep going. Tell me about the privileged lady. Love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you, letting you know. Twin flames, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Yeah, I think that's what you want. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Yeah, I think this person's gaslighting you. Telling you whatever you wanted to hear. Let's take a few of, I'm going to take the bottom. So I've got the black and white deck over here, which you can't see, but they're like 300 cards in each of the decks. And then I've got another 300 brown ones, which are letters and numbers. I might do some letters to complement the ones I've got here before we close out. So I'm just going to close this out with a few. Just tell me a little bit more about the masculine or the male. Anything you can tell me. There's one there. Cynicism, new love. Oh, I might have moved on. Sorry, guys. Well, that's what they saw you as, but I don't think they're. Year of the dog. So I've got 94, 2006, 2018, 2030, 82, 70. That's 1982 and 1975. The way for those that are a lot younger than me. Therapy. Yeah, I think they need to go to therapy. And L. One more. Year of the Tiger, which is 2000. Oh, I've got intent. Yeah, coming out, that fell out. I'll take that one. Okay, and we'll take some of the black deck. Again, I'm being called to take the bottom of the deck rather than the top. I can't shuffle the whole deck at once, it's slightly too big. Tell me about the feminine serial cheater. I think you're involved with a serial cheater. I don't think you are. This person's a serial cheater. Insecure in reverse. So they're not insecure. Or you're not insecure. You're into quality over quantity. Yeah, which is the opposite of this person. I think they're into quantity. Gossiping. That comes back to that character assassination. Throat chakra, confirming the throat chakra that came out over there. I think you held up your sword of truth. became the king of swords and chopped off that head of the Taurus. My energy coming out here. The Taurus there with the Hierophant. We'll take 2 more and then we'll take some letters. Karmic cycles in reverse. You ended that cycle. And you walked away. That's just confirming the karmic cycles in reverse. And a rooster popping out there as well, so I'm going to take it. I've got South Node on the bottom. So year of the roosters, 1981, 93, 2005, 2017, 2029. So it could be something that happened in the year of the rooster. You were really dealing with a dog and a rooster, or it's something that happened in the year of the rooster or dog. Take that one how it resonates. We'll take some letters to close out and we'll see if we can make any words out of these. So we had a U and an E and an L. And a 4, which you could take as a 4. T. I don't like these brown cards. They come out. These ones don't, but these ones kind of clump together. I can never get individual cards out. There's one there and there's another one. A blank, blank, I, another blank. Those 2 stuck together there. And another I. And I've got an A flipped over here, so we'll take that. And an N flipped over here. Tina. Titan. Tristan. Yes, you can get Tristan out of that. Another T, definitely can get Tristan out of that. Satan. G, Sting. Another U. And 3 eyes. Oh, 3rd eye. 3 eyes. And another U. Right, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Let me just see if I can make something out of them. Make stunning. Yeah, I can make stunning. And then you can get, because there's blanks in there, you can make quite a few rearrangements of that. So out with it stunning, which had 2 blanks in it, you've got an IT and an E and a U and an I. And there was a U and an E over there and an L. Oh, there was an L, yeah, hang on. Italian. Could we deal with an Italian because it gives an E in it? Well, you could take a blank and an N from that to make Italian. Or Italy. Lasting. I think you can make stallion as well. You can make quite a lot because there's blanks in there. I'll leave you to do that puzzle in your head. Well, thank you for being here for my first reading. If you've made it to the end, I will get slicker and smoother. Thanks for joining me. Bye.